Let's begin in a seated position on our mats. Traditional Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Just cross at your ankles and sit up tall. Gently lower your chin down towards your chest, observing any new sensation in the body. And slowly rock your head side to side. Finding any areas that could use a little extra breath, a little extra movement. Now draw your chin back to center and place your hands on your knees. For a seated cow pose, pull your heart forward and lift your chin up. Take a big breath in. Exhale for seated cat, round your chest, tuck your chin. Inhale to seated cow, pull your heart forward, lift your chin up. Exhale to seated cat, round your spine, tuck your chin. One more time. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back up to a neutral spine and place your hands out by your sides, fingertips barely touching the ground. Now reach your right arm up towards the ceiling as you lower your left palm down to the ground, lengthening out your whole right side body. Keep your right sits bone grounding down as you reach up through your right fingertips, even arcing over to the left just slightly. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. And then switch sides. Left arm reaches up and overhead, but keep your left sits bone grounding the whole time. Lengthen through your whole left side. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Rest your hands in your lap and just shrug your shoulders up to your ears, then down your back for a couple of shoulder rolls. Get the whole shoulder girdle involved as much as you can, taking nice big circles. Great. Keep your legs as they are. Walk your hands out in front of you. Take an inhale, finding a long flat back. Then exhale, hinge from your hips and slowly fold forward. For about 3 smooth, deep breaths. Each exhale an opportunity to fold deeper. And slowly rise. Unravel your legs, plant your feet out in front of you, plant your hands behind you, reverse tabletop. Legs engaged so your knees are pressing forward. Hips are in line between your knees and your shoulders. Try lifting them a little higher. Breathe deep into your whole torso and feel everything engaged. And then gently take a seat, roll over your ankles, and make your way to downward facing dog. With your hands planted firmly into the mat, grip through your fingers and feel your arms get stronger. Reach your hips high and back in this down dog. Pedal out your legs or wag your hips side to side as you press your chest towards your thighs, creating even more length in your spine. Allow your neck to relax so your gaze just rests between your ankles. Then take a walk to the top of your mat for a ragdoll pose. With your feet a little wider than hip distance, a gentle bend in both knees, hinge deep from your hips to fold over your legs. If it feels good, you can grab onto your elbows and just sway side to side. Big or little movements, doesn't matter. Release your elbows. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Give a generous bend to your knees, tuck your chin, pull your lower belly in, and slowly unroll all the way up to standing. And when you come all the way up, feel free to shrug your shoulders, then meet me in Samastitihi. With your hands together at heart center, weight anchored down evenly through all the edges of your feet. Stand tall through the crown of your head, and with a very soft gaze, come back to your 5 senses. Notice everything that you hear, smell, taste, feel, and see. This is the present. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now let's get some blood flowing. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open mouth, just let it go. Return your breath in and out through your nose. Then reach your arms overhead for mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips as you fold all the way down. Find halfway lift. Slide your hands up your shins until you can find a long, flat back, lengthening out through the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back to mountain pose. Come all the way up. Fingers reach up. Then Samastitihi as you exhale. Hands come together at heart center. One breath, one movement. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in, find your flat back. Then forward fold as you breathe out. Inhale to mountain. Samastitihi, hands at heart center. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. One more halfway lift. Exhale to fold and step your feet back, lowering down into a tabletop on your hands and knees. For puppy dog pose, walk your hands forward, but keep your hips above your knees. Melt your chest down towards the mat, eventually resting either your forehead on the mat or your chin on the mat. And send your smooth, calm, and deep breath into your chest, shoulders, and upper back. Then take your time as you slide your hips back, then make your way into child's pose. Walk your hands back, take your hips to your heels. For a traditional child's, take your arms down by your sides, palms facing up. Allow your shoulders to roll open and appreciate any and all sensation as the blood flows down into your arms, cooling into the warmth of your palms. Namaste.